Hey, Chung Lee. Come on now. This insomnia. I'm really trying to beat this insomnia. I've been up since 2 o'clock today. I have been staying up every day. I fell asleep for an hour and a half overnight, but I got back up and fell asleep again, and I woke up at 2 o'clock. My prescription will be ready tomorrow. They said after 11. So I want to leave out of here at 11. Can I get up at 11 o'clock? That's the challenge for tomorrow. I'm really upset that I got to go. Hey, Ava J, for those of you who watched the video, we got cheated at Walgreens. Y'all remember that video where I was fussing with the pharmacist? They're going to burn me. Because they supposed to give me 5 insulin pens. I'm doing the shucky ducky. They only gave me 5. They're supposed to give me 5 insulin pens. They only gave me 3. I told the man, these are not going to last the whole month. He going to say, well, that's what the prescription says. I said, but I've been getting the insulin since 2017. You've never given me 3 Lucy's. I'm supposed to get the whole box of 5. Why are you giving me 3 Lucy's? He said, well, it's not my fault, but you're going to have to come back toward the end of the month, and you're going to have to kick out another $10. So that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. So we already kicked out $10. Tomorrow, we got to kick it out again. Now, I could complain, but somebody donated. I had other plans for that money, but somebody donated. I was going to pay the StreamYard bill with it. But that's okay. I set up another free account. I used one of our emails that we never used, and we set up another StreamYard account. So, but like I always tell y'all, if you got something extra and you don't use it, somebody going to use it for you. Somebody definitely going to use it for you. And that's a fact. That's why I try to use it as fast as possible. If you try to save it, somebody going to take it. Hook, nook, or by crook. Behind your back, you better look. So, all right, y'all. I was talking to Liz today, and she gave me some ideas. She also gave us some links to look at, but she gave us some ideas. You know, what do you do on Thanksgiving? And I thought I would ask y'all, growing up, what was Thanksgiving like at your house? We're going to look at activities that you can do on Thanksgiving. We're also going to look at if you go into somebody's house for Thanksgiving, what should you bring? If they don't want you to bring food, what should you bring? Some people, what are you bringing food for? I cooked enough for everybody. So, hey, Nia, welcome, dear. What would you bring? What kind of gift? We know Christmas gifts. We know housewarming gifts. We know birthday gifts. But what would you bring to a Thanksgiving Day celebration? We're going to take a look at that. Liz gave us some links to look at. So let's take a looky. I'm glad she's here so she can see me show you all the links. Let me grab this first one. It's from CNN. I guess they won't beat us up. Let me bring y'all in. All right, I don't know why it's not showing up. Hold on. Let me make it full screen, then come back. There it is. All right. Let me lock it in. I hit share 3 times. I hit share 4 times. Oh man. Computer not responding. Oh, come on, don't start that. All right, can y'all see it now? Yes, you can. All right, hold on. We get ready to get to that in a second. I just wanted to have your link on deck so I don't forget it. All right. Mud Duck says stay at home or catch the virus. Liz says football for sure. Hayward J said, yes, I get tired of football, laugh out loud. Well, the one good thing that I enjoyed about growing up was I had a sister that was less than 11 months younger than me. So we were real close in age, less than a year apart. We were the same size, which was great for wrestling and playing sports, going skating. Thanksgiving to us was we didn't have to go to school, number one. Number two, we could play all day. Could watch the parade, help my mother in the kitchen cook. Carry our stepfather his biz while he watched the game. And he stayed upstairs in their bedroom and watched the game. So even though he was off from work, he really didn't get in our way during the day. Nia said, yes, a friend contracted the virus eating out. She plans to prepare a meal anyway. Well, everybody should be vaccinated. And if you're not vaccinated, you shouldn't be going anywhere. You shouldn't be going around people, period. Because you can't eat and have a mask on at the same time. You cannot eat and have a mask on at the same time. And Nia says, yes, you can go somewhere. Yeah, if you vaccinated, and you should still wear a mask even if you vaccinated. Because you can still pick up the virus, it just won't affect you. But you can still pass it on to somebody that's not protected. That's why when I go in the stores, I wear a mask. And I can't wait to throw it off when I get outside. I can't be waiting. But now that it's cold, sometimes having the mask on is okay, especially when you ride an e-bike or you riding a motorcycle or a scooter. That mask can protect your face from the cold wind. I know I got an ear infection from that one day that I didn't wear the hat. You know, the skull cap. I wore this hat and left my ears open. And so we won't be doing that. So for those of you who don't like to wear masks, the mask can protect your face in the wintertime. And I'm blessed. I got both my vaccinations and I got the flu shot. So I'm ready for this winter. A lot of people not. But y'all make a great point. The parade, if they do the Macy's parade in 360, I might show it. A couple of Thanksgivings ago, we got 1,000 views. They had the parade on in 360, and I was showing it, and we was trying to look in people windows and stuff as the parade went by. We got 1,000 views off that video. So maybe we can do it again. We tried to do it again last year, and we got flagged. But we'll try it again this year. Maybe we won't use this channel. A lot of things going on. We didn't look at the Rittenhouse trial, and I made the right decision because I knew he was going to walk. The fact that it took so long for them to even bring him in, and then they were telling him to come in, and he was hiding, and nobody was doing nothing about it. I said, man, they're not going to prosecute that young man. He's going to walk. That's why we didn't fool with it. And closing arguments supposed to be Monday for the Ahmaud Arbery trial. That's going to be something in itself. Now, we could have covered the trial, but like I said, it ain't got you worn down to the point that you just get tired of being disappointed. You know, the fact of the matter is, even though it's 2021, you need to live within the parameters that were set. And that's something that young people need to realize. We need to live in the parameters that are being set. We've made so much progress. But in the big picture, is it really that much progress? Because see, back then we didn't have cameras. Everybody didn't have a camera on everybody's phone. When I was growing up, you had a camera, you was somebody. People didn't have cell phones when I was growing up. Liz said I covered the story, thought I would have covered the trial. The trial is depressing. When you hear the defense attorney, who's supposed to be focusing on getting his client off, more concerned about Jesse Jackson or Al Sharpton being in the courtroom, why would you want to watch that mess? I'm just saying, why would you want to watch it? They're just going to find a way to get them off or get them a light sentence, enough to keep them from rioting. That's what they're going to do. It's like, you know, it makes you like whatever. Like, remember the first time you was little and you could read and you picked up a newspaper and you read that somebody had got killed. Now think to the day when you pick up the newspaper. Oh, so somebody got killed down in the Washington area. Oh, look, somebody got killed down there by the ferry area. It's like, you know, whatever. It doesn't touch you anymore. We seeing so much evil that we getting a cold heart to it. You know what I mean? It's like we getting used to it. It's like the evil is preparing you to live with the evil to the point that it doesn't even faze you anymore. Baby got shot last night 20 years ago. It had been an uproar. Now, another child got shot. They're going to Chicago. Hey, what's going on in the news? What else going on with the stimulus? It's like whatever. This is the evil taking over and making you complacent. But knowing this, why do our young people still argue with the cops? Why do they still get in these situations? Growing up, we knew the stories. And we knew. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. If you got pulled over, you waited to the hearing. That's when you fought. You didn't fight at the scene. But why are the kids today so willing to fight at the scene? If somebody's doing you wrong and they work for somebody, they have a higher up. Why not wait and deal with the higher up rather than deal with the flunky? You know, I've been trying to focus on getting myself in better condition, getting myself in shape, rather than trying to get involved in these things that I really can't control, and realize that things don't change. Only you can change how you let it affect you. A lot of things won't change. Last year, we had the police on the ropes. They were talking about defunding everywhere, changing everything around. And our youth went out there and been acting a fool ever since. And guess what? Ain't nobody talking about defunding nothing. So even when you start to see the promised land, you turned everybody right back around to wander around the desert again. Ain't nobody talking about no police defunding. Now they talking about we need more police. Well, they not coming to police me. They not coming to protect me. Who they coming to protect? We keep shooting ourselves in the foot. So just be glad for the advancements that we have and realize it ain't gonna last. I was gonna go out for a bike ride today. I kept hearing the helicopter outside. I was like, ain't no, because you know it's Sunday night. This is one of the best nights to go out there because there ain't that many people out. People got to go to work and school in the morning. But since I got to get up and go out anyway, we're going to hit the pharmacy and the market tomorrow. So I said, well, if I go today, then I ain't going to want to go tomorrow. So now, if it hadn't have been a Sunday, well, they said, even though the man told me, and it's on video, that I was going to have to come back near the end of the month and get some more insulin, they have to contact the doctor in the morning and get the prescription, which doesn't make sense because we saw the cardiologist and we saw the general doctor. And I told both of them to put all my prescriptions in. I told them all to put the prescriptions in. I don't understand what's going on. But anyway, I thought we would look at some Thanksgiving activities and also some gifts you could bring if you are invited out to eat. And I want to keep in mind, if any of y'all are thinking about going to any kind of buffet, find the video where we looked at the germ transmission. Somebody had that ultraviolet light, and they took a little bit of they took a little bit of dye. It's a dye that you can't see. And one person put it on their hands and went to a buffet. And later on, they showed the dye, and that dye transferred from one person's hands to all over the utensils, the food, the people. When they sat down at the tables, it was on their cups, the silverware, it was on the plates, it was on the table. If you are not vaccinated, you do not need to go eat around people, period. You don't need to do it. Stay home. If you don't want to get vaccinated, stay home. A mask will not help you. How you going to eat with a mask on? You're going to have to take it off. Keep that in mind. You're going to have to take it off at some point. All right, Liz sent us this story, so let's look at this real quick. Police report some fatalities after more than 20 people were injured when a driver plowed through a Wisconsin Christmas parade. Police Chief Daniel Thompson confirmed there were some fatalities, but said no further information will be released as police notify loved ones of the deceased. Authorities reported 11 adults and 12 minors were transported to area hospital by ambulances and officers after a red SUV drove through the Waukesha Christmas parade. A police officer who's been with the department for more than 6 years discharged his weapon at the suspect's vehicle to try and stop it, according to Thompson. No bystanders were injured by a result of the weapon discharge, he said. A suspect vehicle has been recovered and a person of interest is in custody, the chief added. There is no active threat in the area. The scene is now safe. People were seen on the ground injured after the incident, said Milwaukee Journal Sentinel intern Kaylee Starrell, who was at the parade, told CNN's Pamela Brown. About 20 to 30 minutes into the parade, a red SUV came running down the middle of the street. There were lots of screams, and we almost thought maybe it was Santa, but it was a red SUV, and it hit a lot of people. Santa? The White House is monitoring the situation in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Waukesha. According to an administration official, the Federal Bureau of Investigation Milwaukee field office is also aware of the incident. Special agents with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the ATF, have responded to assist the Waukesha police, according to Eric Longnecker. Video of the parade published on the city's Facebook page shows a red SUV driving quickly through the parade, followed by a police officer running through the scene. In the clip, the crowd is seen and heard reacting to events off the screen. So let's go to the Facebook page. Can we get it? Oh, I gotta log in. Shucks. Can somebody go get us that? They don't have any video? Wait a minute. That's the video right here.
My gifts are from the real because I was still very.
Come on. This better be the story. I think somebody want to watch this crap. Come on.
Today's tragic incident occurred on November 21st, 2021 at 4:39 p.m. at Gasper Avenue and Main Street. The Waukesha Christmas Parade was taking place when a red SUV drove through the barricades westbound heading Main Street. Can you speak up, please? Yes, I can. The vehicle struck more than 20 individuals. Some of the individuals were children, and there were some fatalities as a result of this incident. We will not be releasing information on fatalities at this time while we are working on notifying the family members of the deceased. An officer did discharge his weapon at the suspect vehicle to try to stop the vehicle. No bystanders were injured as a result of the weapon discharge. The officer involved has been with the department for 6.5 years. Victims were transferred by Waukesha Fire Department to the hospital. Chief Hayward will speak on that. Police officers also transferred victims to the hospital, and family members also transferred victims from the scene to the hospital. We're no longer looking for a suspect vehicle. We do have a person of interest in custody at the moment, but this is still a very fluid investigation.
My gifts are from the real because I was still very confident.
So we have a sicko. A sicko. Because you would have to be sick to run through a parade and kill all them people. For what?
My gifts are from the real because I was.
Same commercial, right? That's fine. We even got a more sicker.
I've come to feel deep shame and regret for my actions. None of you deserve to be in this situation.
20-year-old Christopher Belter addressed the courtroom before sentencing for the rape and sexual assault of 4 teenage girls.
I know, though, that a scar will remain that will serve as a reminder of the evil of that night.
Some of his victims were in the courtroom for his sentencing when Niagara County Court Judge Matthew Murphy handed down his sentence of 8 years probation. That means Belter won't serve a day behind bars for the crimes that happened at his family's Lewiston home from 2017 to 2018. Belter was sentenced as an adult after Judge Murphy denied him youthful offender status for violating his probation by bypassing monitoring software on his computer to view pornography. But Judge Murphy decided prison time would be inappropriate.
I agonized. I'm not ashamed to say that I actually prayed over what is the appropriate sentence in this case. Because there was great pain, there was great harm, there were multiple crimes committed in the case.
Attorney Steve Cohen represents one of the victims and is outraged with the sentence. Cohen says there were 0 consequences for violating his previous probation.
He is privileged, he comes from money, he is white. He's being sentenced as an adult appropriately, and for an adult to get away with these crimes without doing jail time is unjust.
His client was clearly upset and in tears when the sentence was read.
I believe she's in the bathroom throwing up right now. Excuse me.
During the sentencing, the prosecutor told the court calling the home where the acts occurred a party house was a disservice to all the victims.
It was not a party house case, Judge. It was a house sexual assault. That is what happened there. That is not something that we should look past.
Belter must follow an extensive list of probation rules that the judge says will be like a sword hanging over his head.
My gifts are from the real because I was still very confident in what I get. I know it's been authenticated. The thrill of the hunt.
I have blocked this video so many times. It keeps coming right back. That's just money. David, I'm gonna come choke you around your neck. You know that? You could have went to the bathroom all day. You wait till I do my show to go to the bathroom. I'd come in there and choke you. You're a nasty heifer. So it's the same video. Okay, then we done. All right, y'all. I need to go light an incense. That stinking cat. Give me 1 second. Can't even enjoy my cookies. Yo, this broke there with a woman on the show. The remix. I know this is something you can get. Man, you stink. We all want cash. We all want to be wealthy. Here comes my intro. Yo, when it comes to women, I'm selfish. I don't want to share them. I want to be rich so I can own a harem. Most brothers can't satisfy one. Shucks, give me 5 and I'll make them all come. Shoot, give me 6 or 7 and I'll be in heaven. But ain't nobody in this world want to give me nothing. To get something, you have to earn it or take it. The ends justify the means, so take it any way you can get it. Don't sweat how, just get it. I want to die in Baltimore, but not poor. I want to be chilling with my minions on the eastern shore or the suburb of D.C. Yo, nod your head if you're feeling me. I don't want an apartment or regular home. I want 5 acres so my seed can roam the prairie. And I can have parties and mad cookouts. See, that's what I'm talking about. Some say I'm never satisfied, that's true, but you can always do better. So realize, wake up and smell the coffee. Don't get that man joke off me. I refuse to labor all my life as I broke. That's not a joke, but that's the lifestyle of my black folks. Unless you got talent, and that's no guarantee. You got to have smart, a lot of heart, and that describes me. Yo, I want to make $1 million. Have money spilling, God willing, I'm gonna make it. And no man, no government, no army is ever gonna take it. Yo, I ain't trying to front. Money is what I want. I wanna be rich, so when I come outside, I see oak trees, not bottles, bums, and bags of debris. Yo, I need to make $1 million. You said it's a diamond or an electric bike. An electric bike. I know y'all feeling this. Yo, if you ain't down, you can't get with this. Check out this hit. Christmas time coming up. I'm setting it off, doing my own thing, blasting off. I'm my own boss. I want to make $1 million and be filthy rich. I want gold, I want to roll, but I'm not willing to sell my soul. I can't throw a football, don't possess the height to dunk. Can't box like Tyson, but I ain't no punk. I want to be iced out. This would be a great gift. I want to change the world. Be a community activist on a nationwide level. How I advise to keep me out of trouble because it follows me wherever I go, because when a road grows, I will try to slow down. I'd rather reaching for the stars I want it all. A mansion, a business, and fancy cars, one for each day of the week, with the tinted windows so you hoes and bros can't peek. And who I'm riding with, I'll be sitting off the couch. I'll be talking sticking faces. The Alps and Jamaica be the faces. I visit for vacation. I want a maid and a butler to be my personal slave. And I will be for those who need help. When I get rich, I won't keep it all to myself. Yo, I need to make $1 million. What? Have money spending. What? God willing. What? I'm gonna make it. And no man, no government, no army will ever take it. Yo, I ain't trying to front. Cash money is what I want. I'm trying to get rich, so when I come outside, I want to see oak trees, not bottles, bums, and bags of debris. Yo, I need to make $1 million. Yo, I want to be rich so I can hit every bit in the land. I want to find a cure for AIDS so I can stay laid. Brothers want to stay paid, but I want to be wealthy with my financial worry. I want to be buried in a tomb near a lagoon or pond. I wish I had a magic wand. And with one wave, my troubles would be gone. And I walk close to me, whatever shelter there. 1970 was a good year, I know, because that's the year I was born. My mom's name is Dark, which is the device that draws all our money maker. That wasn't that nice, so I was destined to have cash right from the start. And when my mom died, you know, it broke my heart, because I was barely paying the rent. So now my time is spent plotting, scheming, and dreaming of hitting it big, one pan after another. So for me, my family, and my mother, yo, I need to make $1 million. That's what I'm talking about, yo. I ain't trying to die broke. You know what I'm saying? So check it out, yo. Hey. I need to make $1 million. What? Have money spilling. What? God willing, I'm gonna make it. And no man, no army or government is ever gonna take it. Yo, I ain't trying to front. Pass money is what I want. I wanna be rich so when I come outside, I can see oak trees, not bottle bumps. And bags of debris. You know what I'm saying? That city life, you can keep it. I need to make $1 million. I don't want to die poor and boss alone. I want a mansion on the eastern shore or Ocean City. Have me a nice beach house so I can invite everyone over and we can get down. Pound for pound, I'll take francs, pesos, whatever. I just need $1 million. Bro, there with a one-man show with a remix. I'm gonna let this play out. You in the back of the cab, I know you nod your head to this. I'm out. Come on. All righty. Shit, I wish I had $1 million. That rapist had $1 million. That's how he got off. All right, y'all. 30 things to do over Thanksgiving that don't involve shopping. Sorry, ladies. I know y'all like to shop, but don't worry. We got the gifts coming up next. 30 things to do over the Thanksgiving holiday that don't involve shopping. Let's get it. These gonna be some lame things, watch. It's easy to get bored when you head home for the holidays, from eating delicious food to enjoying the last days of fall. There are plenty of things to do on Thanksgiving that don't involve spending much, if any, money. You can participate in a turkey trot race, host a board game night, or explore your hometown. From enjoying delicious food to catching up with family and friends, there's plenty to do around Thanksgiving. Black Friday is one of the biggest shopping days of the year, but not everyone is looking to wait in long lines in the middle of the night or spend a ton of money over Thanksgiving weekend. Luckily, there's no shortage of fun and mostly free activities that will entertain you during the holiday season. Participate in a turkey trot race. What? Chances are you'll be eating a lot of food on Thanksgiving. Participating in a 5 or 10K race is a great way to start off the holiday season and to get your body ready for you eat all that food. Start decorating for Christmas. Why not start the Christmas celebrations a bit early by putting up decorations? Whether you put up a few Christmas lights or decorate your entire house, it's always fun to get in the holiday spirit. Have a marathon of holiday movies. There are usually plenty of movie marathons on TV around Thanksgiving. Luckily, you have the perfect excuse to relax on the couch and get in the holiday spirit with classics like It's a Wonderful Life and Love Actually. Volunteer at a local soup kitchen. Thanksgiving is all about appreciating what you have. Instead of entering the hectic shopping scene, try volunteering in your community for a much more rewarding experience. Go for a hike. If you're spending time with the family during the holidays, it's a nice break to get out of the house and enjoy the outdoors. Watch football. Even if you don't like football, you'll still probably be forced to watch a game over Thanksgiving. Y'all know I haven't watched any football. I haven't watched football in over a year. Start cooking for Thanksgiving dinner. I haven't watched football since I moved in February. I wasn't watching it before then. Start cooking for Thanksgiving dinner. Figuring out when to start cooking each dish for Thanksgiving dinner can be stressful, but if you make a plan ahead of time, the process is more enjoyable. Eat a lot of food. What is Thanksgiving without eating a lot of food? Instead of hitting up the shops, hit up the leftovers. Your stomach and wallet will thank you later. Go to the movies. A ton of great movies come out during Thanksgiving. Take a nap. No other holiday promotes napping like Thanksgiving does. It has a lot of benefits too. Might as well make the most of it. Walk the dog. Enjoy time off and fresh air by bonding with your dog on a nice long walk. Bond with family. Whether you're hosting Thanksgiving or visiting family, the holiday is a great time to catch up with your family members you haven't seen in a while. Dodge uncomfortable questions. What? No matter how many times people warn you about bringing up politics, someone always does. A family member asking you about your dating life is also inevitable. Catch up with friends. If you're not spending the holiday with family, Thanksgiving is a great time to catch up with friends and host your own celebration. Take in the fall foliage. Before winter sets in, take time to enjoy the beautiful fall weather and foliage. Go play in the leaves is what they're saying. Take a vacation. Many people avoid traveling around the holidays, although it's actually possible to score some great flight deals around Thanksgiving so you can travel to your dream destinations. Look through old family photo albums. Looking through old photo albums will not only bring back childhood memories, but you might even learn something new about your family history. Go to a Thanksgiving parade. Whether you watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade from your couch or go to a local Thanksgiving event, there's no shortage of places to celebrate. Find a new exercise routine. Thanksgiving is the perfect time to start a new workout routine. After enjoying the food delicious meals, why not get a head start on your New Year's resolutions? Organize your closet. Instead of buying tons of new clothes on Black Friday, take the time to go through what you already have and organize your closet. Go ice skating. No matter what time of climate you're in, ice skating is a festive activity that everyone in the family can enjoy. Yeah, enjoy busting your butt. Curl up with a good book. If you're lounging around the house on Thanksgiving, why not pick up a book you've been meaning to read forever? Sleep in. If waking up early to beat Black Friday crowd isn't your thing, sleep in and enjoy the peaceful morning instead. Wear sweatpants. They're getting whacked now. Take advantage of being home and bring out all your coziest clothes. Drink a lot of wine. If you love wine, you're in luck. Thanksgiving is one of those holidays where you can get away with drinking throughout the day. Check out a museum. Instead of battling crowds at your local mall, hit up a nearby museum for a more peaceful and thought-provoking experience. Reconnect with an ex. Thanksgiving means being back in your hometown, which means your ex will probably be there too. If you've never forgotten them, feel compelled to apologize about something or have big news to share. Maybe this is the perfect time to reconnect or not. Host a board game night. Unleash your competitive side with board game night with your friends and family. Explore your hometown. If you're in your hometown for the weekend, take the opportunity to explore some local spots you've been meaning to check out. Give thanks. Most of all, take the time to acknowledge what you're thankful for. All righty. Let me check the chat here. See if anybody said anything. Hey, what's going on, Bobcat? Mud Duck says, is it diamonds or an electric bike for gifts? I can go for a PS6. Yeah. Mud Duck says, gain weight. Bobcat says, hey, Brother Derek. Nia says, your team won today. What, the Ravens played today? I told you, I haven't watched the football. I don't remember the last time I watched the football. I used to watch it every Sunday. I haven't watched regular TV since Roseanne got knocked off. When did Roseanne get knocked off? Y'all remember? They had the new show back. And I was trying to get into it, and she said something stupid. And got knocked off. Nia said your hips won't thank you. Oh, they say eat. Eat as much as you can. All right, hold on. $20 fun activities to do on Thanksgiving Day with family. I hope these don't be repetitive. Thanksgiving bingo. Doesn't get much more classic than a rousing game of bingo. Get a game of festive spin by downloading free printable Turkey Day themed cards online. If you're celebrating virtuality this year, check out online versions you can play on Zoom. Thanksgiving coloring pages. Not only is coloring a Zen activity for children and grown-ups alike, you also end up with a pretty decoration for the fridge. Everyone will love these gratitude-themed coloring pages, and they'll help keep the focus on what's important. Craft a family tree. When the whole family gathers around, put together a comprehensive family tree to commemorate your connection. Use everyone's fingerprints, as the leaves will make it even more personal. Use red and orange ink to give this craft a Thanksgiving spin. Do I watch F1 racing? I don't understand why that's a sport. Everybody can't play baseball. Everybody can't be a boxer. Everybody can't be good at soccer. Everybody can't be good at wrestling. But everybody can drive. Why do you watch somebody do something you can do? I'm being honest, Bobcat. Why do you watch somebody do something you could do? We watch the cars go round and round, round and round, round and round. We watch the cars go round and round, all through the speedway. I can never get in the. I think I'd rather watch tennis than watch car racing. I'd rather watch golf. That's something that I won't do. Play some golf. So I'll watch it. I'll watch other people do it. Can't do what? I can go up there and crash into some bales. They don't want me to drive anymore, but I can drive somebody's car on private property. I can go to the amusement park and drive the bumper cars. Why would I want to watch somebody drive? You said the drivers have to be fitter than football fallers or basketball players in baseball. They doing something that I can do. Bobcat said they are subjected to high G forces, plus it's extremely dangerous. Well, Bobcat, people ask me, how come y'all don't see me in other people's chats? If I can host a show, why I want to be in somebody's chat? If I can drive a car, why I want to watch somebody else drive? If I could dunk on everybody in the neighborhood, why would I care about watching somebody do it on TV? Ain't nothing special about it because I can do it. You said I could barely walk up the stairs without puffing wishful thinking. I just told you, I haven't watched football in a year. I watched it because I didn't have cable and it came on the TV. Why do I watch the scam baiting videos? Because I don't have the patience to do it myself. I could be real famous if I do the scam baiting. You'd be surprised how many people they be in there donating and everything. I love to be in there cracking on them, but see, they will hang up on me. I don't have the patience to sit there and let them lie to me all that time and play stupid. I don't have the patience for that. So I can admire people that have the patience. They be cussing at them and they pretend they didn't hear it. You dumb MFer. Did you call me a trucker? No, I'm not a trucker. They sit there and take it. I can't take it, but they take it because they get money. I don't have the patience for it. I've been and laid them out, Bug. I can't sit there and go sit there and say, get in front of your computer. I've been dealing with Amazon for 10 years. Ain't nobody from Amazon ever told me to get in front of my computer. They asked me for my name, and that's it. I've never had anybody, why I gotta give you the account number? If you Amazon, you already know it. See, I couldn't be a scam baiter because you can't BS me like that. But they had to pretend. Download something called TeamViewer. TeamViewer? Why I want you on my computer? You supposed to be canceling my subscription. You supposed to be giving me my refund. You supposed to be fixing my PayPal. Why you need my computer to do that? Everything is on your end. See, I couldn't be a scam baiter because I couldn't be scammed. And I can't sit there and, lets you just treat me like I'm retarded and not say nothing. I just couldn't do it. Some people can do it. That's why I told y'all one of them SSA scammers called. I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed. He said, "Hi, this is Jack from the Social Security Administration." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, what's your name?" I said, Jack Marshall. He said, "You mother chode, you stinking mother chode," and hung the phone up. I said, "Damn." Because I hesitated on the name, he knew. See, I can't do it. I didn't last 5 seconds on the phone. They have them people on there for days baiting them. Make them think they don't get some money. I couldn't even do 5 seconds, Ballcat. You said go to the Black Authority YouTube channel. What the heck is that? Why you always try to change the subject? We talking about things to do on Thanksgiving. Why you always try to change the subject? Speaking of change the subject, Thanksgiving trivia. Ignite some friendly competition among family members by putting your group's knowledge of Thanksgiving trivia to the test. You'll have fun seeing everyone get riled up over history and even learn something along the way. I'm waiting for somebody to call me from the Social Security Administration. I'm waiting. I've been waiting for months. I want somebody to scam call me from the Social Security Administration. I keep telling y'all this. They won't do it. Call me from and say you from the SSA. I want somebody to tell me that dumb story. Tell me a black Corolla or a white Corolla was found on the border of Texas abandoned. And when the sheriffs found it, they found drug residue and blood in the car. I'm going to say, well, did they find out who blood it was? Was somebody murdered? What kind of drug residue was in the car? You didn't say. They're going to be scrambling. They're going to try to put me off on that. And if I wanted to continue, I have to let them put me off. Then they're going to say, the title of the vehicle is registered under you and your Social Security information. If I rented the car, it's not my car. It belongs to the rental company. So if you look at the address on the title, it's going to be for the rental company. What they got to do with me and my personal information? I'm going to ask them. Well, I said, when you rent a car, you're just renting the car. The car is not yours. So how did they get my address? My address is not going to be on the car title. You said the title of the car. The title is registered to the rental agency. What is the name anyway? What's the name of the rental agency? And let me call down there and find out what's going on. Let me find out why they dealing drugs. Because you said you found 22 pounds of cocaine and an address that's registered to that car. My address is not registered to the car. The owner of the car address is registered to the car. Those of you that are here that have cars, whose address is on there? It's your address or somebody co-signed for you. Their address is on the car. When you rent a car, the car belongs to the rental company. So why are you contacting me? You need to contact the rental company. I'm hanging up now. You got the wrong person. See, that's why I couldn't do the scam baiting. You can't tell me something stupid and I'm not going to say nothing. And you're going to tell me I got 22 bank accounts with over $300,000. Where was that again? Texas, you say? I'm getting me a plane ticket. I'm going down Texas to claim that $300,000. That's why I can't do it. No, Mud Dog. They say that they found drug residue in the car. You know what residue is, right? Residue is like droplets or remains you didn't pick up. Or if you was in the shower and you got out the shower, you didn't towel off and you walked through the house, you would leave residue of water throughout the house till it dried. So they saying that residue, powdered, that might have been on top of the bag when you was filling it. And then when you moved it, it came off and fell on the carpet, on the seat. They saying they found residue. But in the address that's on the vehicle. Some of them say it's 2 addresses. Why would a rental car have 2 different addresses on the same car? Why would a person have 2 different addresses on the same car? That's why I say I can't do it. It's plenty of money out there to be made. I can't do it. They be live with 2,000-3,000 people in the chat. And they sit there and they call scammers. And people be into it. They be having sounds like for when they driving to go get the gift cards from the Walmart or the Target, that they got the car door opening and they be asking them, I don't believe you in the car, blow the horn, and they make the horn sound. They be, it's money in that. Because it's real. And it's so funny because they think they sound American. They really do. And they forever telling you, you got to do this. You're going to do this. You need to do this. You don't tell an American they need to do something. That's fighting words. You mean I got to? I ain't got to do nothing. I'm in the United States of America. I ain't got to do nothing. Unless it's a gun drawn on me, I ain't got to do nothing. Don't tell me what I got to do. That make me want to fight. Yeah, you got to do this. I ain't got to do nothing. Let's get back to the topic. Nia said at this rate, we'll never get to number 5. We'll be asleep. All righty. Number 5, Thanksgiving movie marathon. Football who? This year, pop some popcorn, cozy up on the couch, and stream your favorite Thanksgiving movies or Thanksgiving episodes of marathon-worthy shows. Who can say no to another viewing of a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving? I can. Turkey tag. Things can get competitive when you play turkey tag. Stick this adorable do-it-yourself turkey clip on other family member clothes when they're not looking. Really. Gratitude game. Keep everyone's minds on the reason for the season with this free printable. It makes asking everyone what they're thankful for even sweeter and encourages more creativity and people answers. Use game pieces instead of candy if you don't want to spoil your appetite. Harvest bowling. Head to your local hardware gardening store, pick up enough hay bales to create your own driveway or backyard bowling lane. It doubles as decor after you're done making strikes and spares. Just don't forget to grab some bowling pins too. Now that's what you call country bowling. Gratitude, A to Z. The key conversation rolling at the table. Ask everyone what they're grateful for with a twist. The first answer has to start with the A, then the next one starts with a B, and so on throughout the alphabet. Start thinking of your answers now for the trickier letters now. You know, for some people, that will be hard. Not for me. That will be fun. Who's the baby? Pull out old family photos, albums, or tell guests to email you a photo of themselves as babies before they arrive. Then attach them to a board and number each one. Ask everyone to write down their guesses, then announce the answers after dinner. It's fun to see how much your loved ones have changed over the years. "11. Wear ugly Thanksgiving sweaters. Clothing so ugly that it's cool. It's not just for Christmas anymore. When you give everyone the invitation details, ask them to make or buy their own Turkey Day themed top. Don't forget to take pictures of everyone does." Pokino. This exciting game of chance combines bingo with poker for a whole new challenge. If yours is a gambling family, you can raise the stakes by playing for change. Anybody used to do that? We used to do that. I used to love playing Pokino. Candy ring corn toss. Candy corn ring corn toss. All you need is some spray paint and mini emergency cones for a festive fall version of horseshoes. Divide the whole group into teams or set them up in the driveway or backyard to keep the kids entertained while the grown-ups cook. Craziest Thanksgiving socks contest. Get your toes tapping with socks that show off your love of the big bird. There are lots of options online, so put your best foot forward and challenge your family or friends to do the same. They'll definitely spice up any outfit. Dirty turkey. If the whole family won't be gathered for Christmas, get a little gift giving and taking in a month early. This version of the classic Dirty Santa or White Elephant game has the same basic rules. Everyone buys a wrapped $20 gift and places it in the pile. Draw numbers to determine the order in which everyone chooses a present. If anyone gets a gift that you want, steal it when your turn comes up. Oh, that is dirty. Put together a jigsaw puzzle. Unplug and pass the time together by putting together a jigsaw puzzle. Give it a little extra oomph by buying a few of the same relatively easy puzzle, separating people into teams and seeing who can finish first. The last puzzle completing team has to do the dishes. Thanksgiving cornhole. Put on a jacket if you live in a cold climate and get your blood moving with a few rounds of cornhole. These adorable turkey-themed boards make the classic yard game even more festive and fun. Is that what cornhole is? On Beavis and Butthead, didn't the guy used to say, "I need some TP for my cornhole"? I've never understood what he was talking about. Thanksgiving taboo cards. Update the charades by adding these downloadable Thanksgiving-themed cards to your stack of subject cards. And if you never played Taboo or don't have your own set, you can buy the game here. Mini pumpkin hunt. Coming up with genius places to hide the eggs before the big Easter hunt is just as much fun for adults as finding the eggs is for kids. But don't limit it to springtime. Instead of eggs, hide miniature pumpkins or gourds and let the kids loose in the yard to find them. They can double as a centerpiece once they're all found. Take a walk or a hike. Even the less athletically inclined can still get their blood moving after the big meal. Bundle up if you live in a cold climate and take a lap or two around the block to digest, get some exercise, and continue chatting even after the dishes are cleared. All right, so what did y'all think about those things? Because believe it or not, we're not done yet. Nia said, "I don't believe it's the same thing." I didn't think it was either. Figured it had to be something disgusting. 18 best Thanksgiving gifts to bring your host. Whether you're headed to your in-laws, your sisters, or a friend's house, this Thanksgiving it's always nice to show up with something in hand. Wine or a side dish are always appreciated and maybe expected, but these vases, serving spoons, kitchenware, and gift baskets are a nice extra touch. We keep saying this. Number 1, trivia game. Test your Turkey Day knowledge. Number 2, acrylic cake stand. This multifunctional cake stand can be transformed into a punch bowl or veggie platter, so will definitely find use around your Thanksgiving spread. Number 3, gold ceramic flower vase. $24. That's kind of cute. That's too much money though, but it's cute. Flowers will always make the best centerpiece. Gobble Me, Swallow Me napkins. $38 at Etsy. For the host who loves Cardi B and has a good sense of humor. Hey, I hope that's not what I think it means. 5, William Sonoma popcorn sampler. $30. $30 for some popcorn? I don't care who name on it. 6 is dried fruit gift basket. Once the dried fruit is all done, the apple basket can be used year after year for the Thanksgiving display. $35. Number 7, conversation starters. $9 for those families who don't want to talk politics. Why are people so afraid to talk politics? I never understood it. Why are people so afraid to talk politics? Personalize these pretty glasses with your host's initials. That's nice. Canvas and leather apron. Chip and Joe approved. $56 for apron. Chalk art square dish tile. $8 for the wine lover in your life. Haha. Wine is always a good idea. No, it ain't. 11, Thanksgiving Give Thanks wine label. Personalize this wine label on a bottle for your host that they can keep or uncork that day. $8 at Etsy. 12, Thankful as F candles. Thankful, that's what it says. $30 at Etsy. Pastabilities gobble turkey pasta. Have a picky Esther at the kids' table. Pasta it is. $19 at Amazon. Fun Thanksgiving banner. Turkey wine and feeling fine. Make the holiday a photo op in itself. $22 at Etsy. Number 15. Custom wine stopper. $19 at Etsy. A reminder that you don't have to finish the bottle in one sitting. 16, Best of Italy gift basket for when the leftovers run out. It's $100 for that little bit of food in that basket. That is $100 at Williams Sonoma. An Italy gift basket. $100. Thanksgiving socks. To-do list for the day includes $16 at Etsy. Round wooden wire tray. It's pretty and functional. $30 at Target. Thanksgiving pie garland. $20 at Etsy. Okay, so besides this being the cutest thing ever, it's perfect for a host who is obsessed with pies. I would argue you could even leave it up year round. Glass topper cocktail smoker. What? Perfect for the cocktail obsessed. Your host will be able to smoke any spirit. What a cool party trick. What? $65 at Uncommon Goods. La Dimio Tuscany extra virgin olive oil. This is the olive oil you use to finish any dish. If your host is quite the chef, it's the perfect thing to bring to them. $39 for a bottle of olive oil. Somebody better come to cook with it. $22. Birth month flower glass. They are so adorable, and they can even sit out on the counter as decor. $22 a piece at Uncommon Goods. $22 for glass. Thanksgiving Jeopardy with scoreboard PowerPoint. That might be fun. Do 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 do. It's $9 at Etsy. If you want to bring something to do, these already made PowerPoint trivia rounds are just a thing to get the party started. Terrarium candle. $26 at Uncommon Goods. Any guest will swoon so much over these beautiful candles that they'll probably never even light one. $26, you better use them. $25, pale gray spice basket set. $248 at longaburger.com. And they will sit there for 248 years. These aren't your mama spices. There's lemon peel, pepper, Sicilian herb, sweet bacon, and so many more. It's 10 spices there for $250. Somebody drunk. I'm thankful for you, BITCH. Thanksgiving candle. That's what it says. $13 at Etsy for the host with a sense of humor. That's funny. I don't know if it's $13 funny, but that's funny. Make a turkey stickers. Get a little one something to do. $15 at Amazon. Oh, that's it. Alrighty, I hope I gave y'all some ideas for the holiday weekend. All right. In answer to the question Nia asked earlier, there you go.
More than 20 individuals. Some of the individuals were children, and there were some fatalities as a result of this incident.
We have breaking news from Waukesha, Wisconsin, where an SUV plowed into a crowd of people taking part in a Christmas parade. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jackie Bang.
And I'm Tamon Bradley. WGN's Dana Revick is live in Waukesha with the latest. Dana.
Good evening, Taman. We are awaiting an update from the police and fire chief any moment here. But here's what we know at this point. Again, as you mentioned, this all happened during the Waukesha Christmas parade. This is a very well-attended and beloved event here in this area of Wisconsin. We know there are 23 people injured. That includes 11 adults and 12 children, all taken to area hospitals here tonight. The police chief confirming there are also fatalities involved, but would not say at the last update how many people were killed during this incident. Now, here are some cell phone videos that we obtained from earlier this afternoon, several cell phone videos from witnesses, as well as a live video feed from City Hall where you can see this driver. He somehow broke through barriers, and then you can see the maroon SUV speeding down the street. After it goes out of frame, the driver then plowed into what appeared to be multiple members of a school marching band. There were also reports of shots fired during this incident. We now know that was a Waukesha police officer discharging his weapon, firing at this driver to try to get them to stop. Now, police say at this time they are no longer looking for the suspect's vehicle and do have who they call a person of interest in custody. Now, tonight we did speak with a witness who was watching the parade from her balcony and saw this all unfold.
So I saw it strike the band that had just passed my apartment complex and plowed into at least 3 people, running over 2 of them. One of the 2 got up, the other one did not for quite some time. It kept going all the way down the block to People's Park, the stoplight, and continued straight through it, and that's all that I saw. And it continued to strike pedestrians and people along the way.
Today, our community faced horror and tragedy in what should have been a community celebration.
I'm deeply saddened to know that so many in our community went to a parade but ended up dealing with injury and heartache. My heart goes out to all those affected by this senseless act. My heart goes out to those injured as well as to their families. My heart goes out to those who were witness to these events. My heart goes out to those who lost a loved one tonight.
Now, again, investigators are questioning a person of interest we believe is the driver of this SUV, but they would not say at this time if they believe this was an act of terrorism. 11 adults, 12 children taken to the hospital, and some fatalities. We are going to be getting another update momentarily from police. We also know that the Waukesha School District has canceled all classes for tomorrow, given this tragic event tonight. We will be taking this press conference live and bringing you these details as soon as they step up here to the podium. For now, reporting live in Waukesha, Wisconsin, Dana Rebick, WGN.
Ain't gonna shame. The parents of the kids that got run over, they should get 5 minutes to beat the crap out of that person. It's just, my opinion. All right, what's going on in San Francisco?
Breaking news inside the Southland Mall in Hayward. That's where KPIX5's Daw Lynn is right now. And Daw, what's going on?
Yeah, Juliet, police just cleared the scene here, but earlier around 5:25, they had multiple calls coming from stores here at Southland Mall. So looks like looters, about 40 to 50 of them, according to witnesses, looted Sam's Jewelers here inside Southland Mall. They also looted Macy's, according to witnesses. Hayward police tell me this happened around 5:25. They had multiple young people running into Sam's Jewelers. They had hammers, they had other tools. They broke the glass cases and ran away with a lot of items. Right now, store employees are still cleaning up that store. Just a lot of glass and debris all over the place. Same thing over at Macy's. Apparently, witnesses saying that a lot of people all right, guys. A lot of people running inside Macy's and took off with clothing along with other items. So it was a very chaotic scene, and witnesses say a lot of young people, and that forced the mall to shut down a lot of the stores. A lot of the stores just shut down early. In fact, not a lot of people inside. Still some shoppers inside, but they're making their way out. In fact, you can see some folks walking into trying to get to the store, but they're going to realize very quickly the mall for now is shut down. No estimate as to how much was taken from Sam's Jewelers or Macy's, but from talking to a lot of employees here at the mall, a very, very frightening scene. That's all we have at this time. We'll try to keep you guys updated.
We'll certainly stay on top of this, and yes, we're seeing this in other areas as well, especially in Walnut Creek in San Francisco. Dawn, thank you. We'll be following this tonight at 11 o'clock and also on CBSN Bay Area.
Don't have any idea. They don't have any idea what happened.
And are charged with trying to kidnap a University of Delaware student from her off-campus apartment. Newark police say the victim invited a man named Renee Ampierre over last night, and the encounter turned violent. We're told she locked herself in a bedroom and called 911. The victim says she overheard Ampierre plotting allegedly with Kenny El Peraza to remove her from the apartment. Police arrived and arrested both men.
Okay. Okay. I don't even want to comment on that. One hour ago, breaking news.
We begin with a warning from Walnut Creek Police that the Bay Area could be in for more mass robberies tonight. Now, this afternoon, police tweeted out they have intelligence that the group of thieves who ransacked the Broadway Plaza Nordstrom are considering similar activity later today. KPIX5's Sean Chitness spoke with KPIX5 security analyst Jeff Harp about this rise in these coordinated mass robberies and what they could mean for shoppers. Sean.
Well, Juliet, tonight we have seen that response begin by police. We saw officers here throughout the day, and also at this location, we know this is happening at other Bay Area shopping centers as well, a way to create a barrier and block people from quickly driving off. But our security analyst says that this is just the beginning, and unless consequences actually increase, these crimes will only continue. Walnut Creek police arrested 3 suspects accused of robbing this Nordstrom on Saturday night. Investigators say around 80 people showed up ready to take as much as they could get from inside, overwhelming staff and police who could not prepare for such a large group of criminals.
They have to hire security guards that are costing $25, $30, $40 an hour. So suddenly it becomes sort of a break-even project for you to even establish a business.
KPIX5 security analyst Jeff Harp says these businesses are coming out of a pandemic struggling with the cost of hiring guards and the loss of stolen merchandise.
Yes, we absolutely have resources, and we also have mutual aid if we need to call on it.
Police say they can staff up for the holidays to try and prevent these robberies, and the city's mayor says harsher punishments are needed to stop them in the future.
We can't just have people that are arrested and then put back on the streets shortly after. These people need to pay the price for what they've done, and we need to find them all.
Shoppers on Sunday say they knew what happened the night before, but still felt safe showing up.
You have to. I think you have to be vigilant where you're shopping and also the time of day that you're shopping at.
And these customers are aware this is happening at more than one mall.
But I think it's a little bit of a concern because it just happened in San Francisco a few days back, and now it's here.
Harp worries if we're headed to a much more secure shopping experience.
At what point do we finally say, you can't come into Macy's unless you've been cleared, and what that's going to mean, I don't know. But certainly these department stores are having a big challenge now.
But all of it, he says, won't matter unless criminals become afraid of getting caught.
It's a mess. So there has to be some recourse for someone who breaks the law. I think that is the bottom line. There has to be consequences for someone who breaks the law.
So, Sean, what do we know about the FBI getting involved in this case? Because it is reaching bigger levels.
Well, exactly, Juliet. So that's what we asked the San Francisco office. They said right now they are not involved. It's really a focus for local agencies. But as we see this happening in other areas, they are certainly monitoring it. Here in Walnut Creek, they don't think this particular crime is linked to other robberies. But Jeff Harp did tell us that if these become more complicated and there are other agencies involved, the FBI could get involved itself. But still, the FBI...
Yeah. Now you're just trying to stretch it out. Oh, here's our buddy Kevin King. What's going on, Kev? Alrighty, y'all. We checked in with Kevin King. I guess he didn't. That must not have been him last night. I tried to give him some ideas. I guess he just didn't want to do them. Shoot, I wish we could go back to the video we just saw. Is this the one?
A wild scene at the Walnut Creek Nordstrom store last night as looters fleeing to that crazy scene and the news that happened as
today, including involved in the evening after receiving some information that same group may be coming back again tonight.
Crown 4's Taylor Bisacki live for us in Walnut Creek tonight with the very latest on the story. Taylor, definitely a wild scene.
And shoppers inside.
We started receiving calls that there were tons of cars.
Of people, the police were flying in.
It was something I wanted to show you.
The whole restaurant just kind of.
The chaotic scene from Saturday night.
Half the table.
We're going to my state, Middle River.
Mallory Safaste, thank you for joining us. Breaking news right now, a juvenile shot in a busy Baltimore County shopping center this afternoon. WMAR 2 News' Abby Isaacs joins us live from Hawthorne Plaza Shopping Center in Middle River. Abby, what's the latest?
Look at there's the girls' bets.
Mallory, police have just finished up opening back up this scene from the shooting just 2 hours ago, but they did focus a lot of their effort on the parking lot right outside of MedMerica Pharmacy. That is where people who were in the shopping center at the time say the shooting happened, and then the victim made his way over to Gershbeck's Food Market to ask for help. Now, at 4:15 this afternoon, police got a call about an assault with a gun in the parking lot of this shopping center. The juvenile was suffering from at least one gunshot wound and was taken to a local hospital. Area businesses say they told their employees to shelter in place, and they closed early once police started investigating. Now, I spoke to people who live or work nearby who said they've been worried about their safety in this shopping center recently, and this was a scary thing to be there for.
My anxiety started acting up really bad. Tried not to overreact, try to keep calm for people.
Neighbors say this is the third shooting in this area in the last few months, and they're begging police to intervene and increase patrols. Now, Baltimore County Police tell me they are very early on in the investigation, but violent crimes detectives are investigating, and we'll keep you guys updated on our website, WMAR2news.com. For now, live in Middle River, Abby Isaacs, WMAR2 News.
Abby, thank you.
They crying. That's the third shooting. That's the third shooting in 3 months. I guarantee you, 3 people got shot within a mile radius of me in just the past weekend. Like, what you crying about, man? What you crying about? All right, that was one end of the county. Now let's go to the other end of the county.
Breaking news.
All right, good evening, and thank you for watching WMAR 2 News at 6 and streaming us on your favorite device. I'm Jamie Costello.
And I'm Erin McPherson. We're following breaking news out of Baltimore County.
Let's go right now to WMAR 2 News. Dave Detling live for us in Woodlawn, where one person has been shot. Dave, fill in the blanks.
Confirmation from Baltimore County Police telling us that a 24-year-old woman was shot and killed. This is now a homicide investigation. We're talking about a very large police presence here. This is across from the Security Square Mall. Right now, you're looking at the Burger King. This is where the investigation is centering around. We want to roll some video shot from earlier today when we first arrived on scene. Again, a very expansive scene here. 2 vehicles also part of that investigation. As for that 24-year-old, we're told by those close to this investigation that this may have been a result of a domestic incident. No word right now from police on what exactly was the reason behind this. We did ask if a suspect is on the loose. We are told by a spokesperson with Baltimore County Police that this is an active investigation. They will give us more information, but because of such a large scene, this is causing some traffic backup in the area, especially a high school student who was being dropped off in the area near the Burger King.
Since it was such a high police presence, I assumed something bad happened, but we just don't know what happened.
What were your thoughts when you saw all this?
I assumed that somebody got hurt or injured, so I hope they're okay.
And a lot of people wanting to know what exactly happened. But again, a 24-year-old woman confirmed dead because of this shooting. We'll have more information as it becomes available. Reporting live tonight, Dave Detling, WMAR 2 News.
Dang, believe it or not, that used to be my area right there. That was my spot. We'll go ahead and show it.
She never made it to high school. Her parents will never see her graduate, and they also won't get the chance to send her off to the prom. Another family is grieving the loss of a life cut short. Malaya Turner is her name. The 13-year-old was shot and killed in Baltimore last night. WMAR 2 News' Ray Strickland has the details in reaction from Turner's grandfather.
She's been cheated out of her life, and it's not fair.
The unrelenting epidemic of gun violence in Baltimore has claimed the life of yet another teenager in the city. The pain of such loss is a crushing blow for the grandfather of 13-year-old Malaya Turner.
She's going to be missed. My heart is dying.
Overwhelmed with grief, Turner's grandfather, Richard Williams,
What's that
fights
on her
back
head?
tears as he described his granddaughter, who he says was easy to love.
My Leia, she was a beautiful person. You have to know her to understand what I'm saying. She's just a beautiful person.
Williams says she called him Papa, words he will never get the chance to hear again.
My heart is broke, and I don't like it, and I don't want to hurt like this.
Baltimore police say Turner was gunned down in the 1300 block of North Stricker Street around 7 p.m. The shooting happened outside of the Lillian S. Jones Recreation Center. Williams believes she was targeted, but police are still working to find a motive. Metro Crime Stoppers is also now offering an $8,000 reward for information on the case.
We need the information. We need the name. We need to know who took this young angel away from us. And we know that people know.
Meanwhile, we spoke to Williams at the scene of the shooting as he searched for answers on why his granddaughter was killed. He says someone needs to be held accountable for not only Turner's murder, but for the violence that continues to impact families throughout the city.
It's time for somebody to do something in this city to save some of the children that are losing their lives and bring the hurt out of the hearts of the families that they love. Because this thing is painful.
Reporting for WMAR2 News, I'm Ray Strickland.
They're around the low-rise projects. Ooh, video. Hold on.
We turn now back here in the States to the fatal shooting of a teenager in Pennsylvania. Authorities releasing new video showing state troopers shooting at 19-year-old Christian Hall, who was holding a pellet gun. Hall's family talking exclusively to NBC News, saying he had his hands up. We do want to warn you, this story does contain graphic content. Von Hilliard reports.
Tonight, new video released showing Pennsylvania State Police fatally shooting a Chinese-American teenager who had his hands in the air holding a pellet gun when troopers opened fire. The videos recorded by the state police on December 30th, 2020, shows Christian Hall, who had been diagnosed with depression, standing on a ledge of a highway overpass in northeastern Pennsylvania when troopers arrived.
Can you step down and talk to us? You're not in any trouble. You're not in any trouble.
In the video, the troopers back away after seeing what they believed to be a gun in Hall's hands. It was later determined to be a realistic pellet gun. Authorities are then seen attempting to persuade Hall to step off the ledge, with Hall repeatedly ignoring their request to drop the gun for about 90 minutes. Troopers firing warning shots at the concrete barrier next to Hall.
Put it down.
Why they didn't tase him?
The original video released by the Monroe County District Attorney blurs the final seconds of the encounter, obscuring Hall raising his hands in the air with the gun in one hand. The state police's initial press release said Hall pointed the gun at officers before they fired. But the new video, obtained by Spotlight PA and NBC News via the Hall family lawyer's subpoena, shows Hall kept his hands above his head for 14 seconds in all, including when the two troopers fired at him.
He called 911. He was looking for help. You don't call 911 and expect that you'd be shot. You call 911 for help. He knows that. And yet he ended up dead.
The Monroe County District Attorney's Office ruled the shooting justified in March 2021, saying the lives of the troopers on scene were in danger.
It was a classic suicide by cop scenario. Mr. Hall would not be deterred.
The Pennsylvania State Police and the District Attorney's Office declined NBC News' request for interviews.
It's really a matter
If
of...
y'all know how stupid what that man just said was,
believe
that's why they
the police were
comment.
justified in shooting him simply because he had what they believed to be a gun, even though his hands were in the air.
The family, hopeful the district attorney will ultimately hand the case over to the state's attorney general to determine whether the use of force was warranted.
It's simply inexplicable how you can fire several rounds at an individual who is standing in a universal stance of surrender.
Hall's mother, emotional, remembering her son.
I want to remember him the way I remember him, full of life. No one should be shot at like that. Like his life was not valuable. Like that was not a life. like bullets will not take a life.
Vaughn Hilliard joins us now from New York. And Vaughn, since this reporting, have we heard any more from the police?
Tom, this is tough, and the state police have declined NBC News' request for further interviews at this time. But clearly from this video, this is a tough situation here. The police have said that they believe that he was carrying a semi-automatic pistol. He came within 70 feet of them. And of course, you hear from that mother there. Ultimately, they see in that video their son, who is in a mental health crisis there with his hands up in the air, and of course don't believe that his death was justified and that their son should still be alive. Tom?
All right, Vaughn, thank you for that. And you can see more of this story and the interview with Christian Hall's parents tomorrow on Hallie Jackson Now. That's tomorrow evening.
That's crazy.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel.
That's crazy. They shot him like he was a daggone government meal.
He never made it.
But just like,
Mallory Safari.
mental issues, you had to be able to compensate for mental issues. You have to be able to compensate. People have problems nowadays. They didn't compensate for that man having issues, and he did. You know, just like when they killed that man that was crazy and came out the house butt naked, and he had a knife in his hand. They shot him like he was a dove. Police are not trained to deal with crazy people. Maduck said he had gun and threatened. He was standing there with his hands up. He should have dropped the gun. But was he more interested in their guns and forgot he was holding one? Let's go ahead and push the easy bikes. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. And you know I didn't mean to do that. But since we're here, come on. This is the Pastelette PX5. I got the black version. I think it's the best 500 watt e-bike on the market. Here is the link. But Doug, I ain't saying nothing. If he was black, they would have asked him 3 times to drop the gun, and they would have shot him. They wouldn't have sat there for no daggone 70 minutes. So, you know. All right, this is the link for the Pastelette PS5, the link for Bessie. And that's the coupon code for. Let me show you what to do with it. Hit buy now. Black Friday sale. They asking $11.99. Guess what? Put my coupon code in there. Get you this bike. Oh, my bad. I typed the, wait a minute. Is that what I really typed? I sure did. My bad. My bad, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. It's Bubba Derek PS5. Oh, look at that. You made an error again. Look at that, y'all. $9.99. Can't beat that. $9.99. Use my coupon. Let's keep it going. That was the PX5. This is the PS6. Comes in green. It also comes in black. Let me get to the link. I think that this is the best foldable I've ever seen. There is the link. Here's my coupon code. There's my coupon code. This is what you do with it. They asking $15.99 for this bike. Put my coupon code in. You can get this bike for $12.99. $12.99. 750 watt motor, a foldable, 12 amp hour battery, hydraulic brakes, 8-speed Altus shifter. $12.99. Oops, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Let's do the MTBs. This is the Select GS9. Full suspension, 27.5 inch, 2.8 inch wide tires, 13 amp hour battery, hydraulic brakes, 8-speed shifter, color display. What more could you want? This is a beautiful bike. It got full suspension, front and rear. That is one sexy bike. That is one sexy bike. 500 watt motor that can peak between 750 and 800. This is a winner right here. And don't look like an e-bike. Let me get you the link. Excuse me. That's so bad. Yeah, I'm starting to get tired. All right, there's the link. Let me show you what you do with it. The Select GS9, or as we affectionately call her, Jane Brady. $14.99 they asking. Put my coupon in here. $11.99. $11.99. 500 watt motor, hydraulic brakes, 8-speed shifter, color display, full suspension, 14 amp hour battery. What do you need? And it don't look like an e-bike. $11.99. You can't beat that. Now that was the Jam Brady. Now let's check out the Marsha. Where is the Marsha? Now I ain't got to say a word. This is the Select GS9 Plus. I just showed you the GS9. This is the Plus. Well, Plus means extra. Well, let me show you what this bike got extra over the other one. This got 26 inch, 4 inch wide fat tires. The bike I just showed you and this bike, they both got hydraulic brakes. They both got the same flex frame suspension. This bike got the big tires. This bike got a 9-speed shifter. This bike got a 14.5 amp hour battery. But what really separates this bike from the bike I just showed you, it's got a 750 watt motor that can peak between 1050 and 1100 watts. This is the mother lode, the mother chode. You get a 750 watt motor. You get a 14.5 amp hour battery stuffed into the frame. I'm trying to imagine Michael Evans trying to walk out of the Chicago project with this bike. He wouldn't make it off the block. Somebody, when he came back and back his head. And sometimes I feel that way when I'm out. Somebody gonna come knock me in the back of my head. This bike got all the features you want. Let me get you the link for it. Oh, Yana, what's going on? All right, let me copy it. Okay. The link, and then here's my coupon code. Let me show you what you do with it. If you want to get big sexy here, they asking $16.99. Put my coupon code in. Oh, that's my fault. My bad. Wait a minute. Let me copy it again. I gotta fix it in the chat too. Copy. Hit apply. Copy it again. There we go. Put my coupon code in there. I'm getting tired, y'all. I kept typing it in wrong. $14.99. My coupon code to get you this bike, $14.99. It's a steal. It's the deal of the week. That's your Black Friday deal right there. Let me put the link back in the chat correctly. Mother says buy a bike instead of a fruit and spice basket for Thanksgiving. Alrighty, y'all. I wish I would have came on earlier, but I am really drowsy. I'm going to go ahead and for the first time all week, I've been wide awake at this time. I actually feel tired and sleepy. So let me get ready to get out of here. I appreciate everybody for watching. As Nia would say, see you soon. As I say, I see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going on the move. We're going to the pharmacy, then we're going to the market. So I hope y'all come along. Love to have your company. Y'all have a great night, and thanks for watching. Peace, y'all. I'm going to go watch Survivor Series. We out.